family. This is Miss Homesteading Pastor. My husband's been after me about making a video about my kombucha, and I thought I would surprise him or shock him and make one while he's at work. I'm gonna be rushing through it because I want to get it done because we're gonna start on my greenhouse when he gets home. So let's get started, and I'll try to walk you through the steps I take. I'm gonna make start off with a brand new batch in case you're a newbie. I'm going to show you how to start off fresh from a brand new batch. I got 4 cups of water I'm going to put on a boil. I don't want it to start boiling to a rolling boil. I want to just get to boiling, and then I'm going to turn it off. And then I'll put my tea bags in. I got 8 not the family size, just the regular size tea bags. And after I take it off the heat, I'll put these in there and put them on a timer for 10 minutes. And after the 10 minutes, I'll let the water kind of cool down just a little bit, but I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar to it before it gets too cool, so my sugar will dissolve better. But I'll bring you back when I get to that point. Okay, we're back, and my tea has been sitting for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna take my tea bags out. And now is when I'm gonna put my 1 cup of sugar in. Stir that until it's dissolved real well. And one thing you do want to do is make sure you do not use metal with your utensils. I have a spoon I mark just for my kombucha, and I don't let anybody use it for anything else but my kombucha. And make sure you use clean hands when you're handling your SCOBY, which I failed to mention. In order to make kombucha tea, you have to have what we call a SCOBY. You either have to get a SCOBY from a friend if they have extra. This is my SCOBY motel. I collect my SCOBYs in here. But if you can't get one from a friend, you can order them online. I ordered one from Amazon to start mine to begin with, but every time you make a batch of kombucha, you grow a extra little SCOBY on top, and you put it in your SCOBY motel with some sweet tea, and it'll be there when you need an extra one or give a friend one. Okay, my sugar's dissolved. This is my container I'm going to be using. Let me move you over here so we maybe can see better. I don't know if you can see better that way or not. Bear with me, I'm a newbie. Anyway, this is my jar I'm going to use. I have a little thermometer that tells me how warm my tea is. I'm going to pour my tea into the jar. This is a 1 gallon jar here. You can start smaller. I started off in a 1 gallon. Now I'm up to a 2 gallon jar. Pour my tea in there. Clean. Now I'm going to add my water to my tea. Make sure it's cold. I always bring my water up to about, well, I guess you can see this, up to almost the top of my jar and leave my SCOBY room on top. Put the cold water in and it cools the tea down because you can't put your SCOBY in a the hot tea will kill it. I like to get mine around room temperature. You gotta leave room because, again, I failed to mention, you also have to have, with your SCOBY, you have to have a starter that has come from a prior batch of your kombucha. You need about at least 1 cup. I always use 2 cups of starter to add to my next batch to get my kombucha tea going. So I'm gonna leave room for this, make sure I got room to put this in there. I can have a little bit more water. Okay. Now we're gonna have to let this cool down to room temperature, and I got my thermometer here. So I'll bring you back when this cools down, and I'll let you see me putting my putting my SCOBY in. Okay, we're back, and my tea has cooled off. Let me get you where you can see it. It's cooled off enough that I can put my SCOBY in. Clean hands, and I'm going in my SCOBY motel to get me a SCOBY. Let me see. Pretty good one. Okay, we'll get this one. So it's got all that good stuff on it. And all you do is just transfer it to your new batch of tea. Doesn't matter if it goes to the bottom, it'll come back up. Here, basically, what you want to do is cover it with a cheesecloth or a tea towel or something. Put your rubber band on. Store it in a cool place. Dark, preferably dark. The time you store it or brew it depends on your taste. If you want it stronger, you let it go stronger. But after 7 days, you can start testing it and see if it's at the stage you like it. It might be too sweet. If it's too sweet, you just let it go a little bit longer. I usually do mine around at least 10 days. I've got a batch now that I've let go 12 days, so we're gonna see how that turns out. But dark place, preferably, and let it brew. Then you'll, if you want to do the second ferment, you got these jars here. You would put it in your jars with the cap on, store it another, I usually store mine around 3 days after on the second ferment to get the carbonation into the kombucha. Then after you let it go 3 more days in the I usually store mine in a cabinet for 3 days. Then you would put it in the refrigerator and drink it. Some people like it plain. You can add flavors, ginger, any kind of fruit you can add to it for the second brewing. I'm gonna do another video on the I'm gonna bottle mine up from my 2-gallon continuous brew jug with the little spout. I'll do that video later and show you how I bottle them up and store them. But I think that's it on the first video, how to make kombucha for the first time, starting off with a new SCOBY. If you have any questions, you can put them down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. I hope I made my husband happy. Thank you. Hello YouTube friends. This is Homesteading Pastor's Wife, and this is my second video today. He's gonna be shocked. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how to bottle up my kombucha and show you how I do my continuous brew, which is that's a little spigot, and you just leave the SCOBY in and just add the tea over and over and over and bottle your tea up, kombucha. Like I said, I start off with my water, get it not quite to boiling, and then I add my tea bags. Which for this 2 gallon, this is going to be a 2 gallon batch. So I'm adding 16 tea bags to it, the small tea bags, not the family tea bags. Put these on. Those have to go in. Put those in. There's my kombucha. Let those sit 10 minutes. Then I'll bring you back and show you the next step. Okay, our tea has been sitting for 10 minutes. I'm going to take my tea bags out. Add my, since this is a double batch, this is 2 gallons, I'll add 2 cups of sugar. Stir that until it's dissolved. Let that sit and cool. While we're waiting on that to cool, we can go ahead and jar up our kombucha, because I'm going to take this all the way down to about I'm going to leave 4 cups in there, and then I'll put this tea on top of that. That's why it's called a continuous brew, because we don't remove the SCOBY, we just pour the tea back on top of that SCOBY. And I'll start that now. You like my cutting board? One of our dear friends made this for Christmas, Mr. Corey Bird. I love it, appreciate it. It's nice to have good friends like that. Okay, this is my little heater I put around it to keep it warm when it's chilly in the house. So unplug that so we can get it to the edge here. Okay. Now the fun begins. I might better use my funnel for this. So I do not make a mess. Okay. And I still might make a mess. Okay. I like this a whole lot better than I do having to pour it from the container. And we don't want to fill it, oops, to the top like that, like I did, Bobby. And I reuse my kombucha bottles from the store. I don't think I need them for this one. And this is going to be easier to see. Got a lot of combination in it, see it? Can't get it to the top. Not the smell. I'll put cinnamon in it. This is just the way I do my kombucha. There's so many different ways that people do it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos out there. People do it different ways, but this is just my way. My husband wanted me to show you my way, so this is my way. Do your own research. Find what's best for you. I did want to tell you some of the benefits of it. I'll be able to do that. Kombucha tea has probiotics, which makes for a healthy gut, helps with digestion. It's got antioxidants in it, which comes from tea, I guess. fights the free radicals in your body, good for your liver, detoxes your liver, kills the bad bacteria in your gut. And let me see what's on here. And some studies show that it may reduce heart disease by improving your bad LDL and your good HDL cholesterol. May help with diabetes, help improve your diabetes and help protect against cancer. Now, I'm not saying any of this is true. I'm not a doctor. Just do your own research and decide for yourself. I know I enjoy it. It makes me feel better. I do feel like it does detox your system. But I know this is my first 2 videos on my own, so I might have rushed through it a little bit, but if you have any questions, like I said, put them in the comments and I'll be happy to tell you what I know about it. I'm not an expert by no means, but I see once I bottle this, I'll put it back in this box right here. I don't know if you can see the box. I just got a little box of the canning jars came in. I'll set it back in this box, put it underneath my counter, and I let it go for 3 more days. Then I put it in the refrigerator. At this point, this is the point where you would put your if you wanted to flavor it, you would flavor it now before you let it sit for 3 more days. If you do put fruit in it, it makes it have even more carbonation, I found. But this is, I know you don't want to see me bottle every bottle, but I'll bring you back when I go to put my tea back in. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to finish this off. I took my tea that was in the pot that I let cool. I put it in another gallon pitcher like this and added some ice and water because I don't have all day for it to cool down. I like to do it that way so it don't take long. Then you just pour it back over your SCOBY into your jar. I'll get some more to make it into the pot. See my mother SCOBY in there. Stir it around a little bit to get it. Always make sure my ram is kind of coffee filter I use to put back on top. My rubber band. Okay, and I just push her back, plug her in, plug her heater back in. I'll let her go for another at least 10 days. Like I said, this one was 12 days. We're going to see how that tastes. But like I said, if you got any questions, put them in the comments. My husband will let me know, I'm sure. And I'll be glad to help you out with what I know. I don't know a lot, but I'll help you with anything I can help you with. Thank you. Have a good day.